hear me? No. All right, guys, we're back. As we okay. Well, I'm just gonna do the teams. We got Legendary versus Hydra right now. We're gonna jump quickly into a listen-in with Kobe, and yeah, enjoy.
I need about to close. No, real. One clear, two top open. One close, one shot, dude.
Don't make me get sniped. TJ.
Bottom open, one hit. You got him? That's it, Jess. I'm top right. I'm top right now. I'm top right. Nice. Bottom back to close. I got one. Wait, there might be a guy red. Red. Alright. You guys push street. Two blue street to close right now. One shot blue ramp. Three guys are closed. Goose is really weak blue street side. He's one shot blue street. What's his name? Bottom close. Another guy bottom close. Bottom close is really weak. Kobe, push that shit. Another one, Cub. Watch out, Cub. I'm pushing. They know where I'm at. I don't know if they know you. Yeah, bottom blue. Two guys bottom blue street. Top blue street. Top blue street right now, Goose. Blue gas. Goose 2-0. Other guy, forward. Where team? Run. I'm at open. Hit him twice. Yep, there you go. I got him.
Time in.
One shot bottom mid. Close. Two guys are red. We're gonna top close to top mid right now. Top mid to blue flat. Top mid to blue flat right now. Hit him twice.
Tails bottom mid red.
I'm looking bottom mid. On blue flat. Blue winning.
Going blue. They're all blue.
I'm gonna push bottom blue. I'm gonna hit the top mid. Red gap. I'm about to hit top mid though. They both turn. Let's take top mid. Let's take top mid is good.
Bottom red right now. Two guys top red. Top red right now.
Red street slushy.
Sad.
Red
gap. Got him. Oh, we got red, dude. I'm out this bitch like hocus pocus. Weak red street. Put my Nikes on. Top mid to close right there.
Yeah.
Top mid weak. Another guy, two guys red street, guys.
Red street is
Alright, our biggest problem so far is we're not watching the streets. So, just know that. I'm right close. There's a guy blue landing.
I hit a guy red.
Blue landing and red landing. Blue landing and red landing. Alright. Yep.
Alright, guys, we're back. It's Hydra here. Walshy is MIA. He's on the return, and we're going on board with Kobe. And for you guys that don't know, this is Legendary versus Hydra right now. Who I'm rooting for. I kind of want to see Legendary pull this out. Hydra, a little bit more of an online-based team, and Legendary has kind of proven themselves on LAN already. So we're going to see if they can do this. Now, they do have a nice skill lead right now. It's 15 to 9. Walshy has returned. I'm going to let him get into a seat, and then we're going to continue to commentate this match. Walshy almost choked, knocking over a monster on the way to the bathroom, but he's back, he's returned, and we're back. So
that's true. Some of those non-Red Bulls are a little too large to get in the way, and not that I was drinking one, but it was in the way for more of the other commentators.
Yeah.
So definitely a design flaw in the energy drink field. They should have learned from the best energy drink ever, aka Red Bull.
But regardless, the almost fatal spill, we're back here, and we're on board with Kobe, Too Swift, and now, do you have anything to say? I know you know this Kobe a little well.
Kobe has improved drastically, and it's been great because he's come up from the scene. His dad's a great person, like Kobe's a great guy, and it's just nice seeing him get his chance to shine on a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw him right at the opener with it was Best Man, I want to say, Sargoth,
and the same team. The only thing that's
with Best Man instead.
Yeah, with Lethal.
Okay, so yeah, so they had that lineup and they took fourth right out the opener, which is huge. And then this last Legendary one in Chicago, I believe they took what was
we got fifth
place. Yeah, so it's just great to see Kobe get a chance and shine because he's been doing great any matches I've seen.
Oh well, never mind. I wasn't on Legendary. I was with Free Devonator, who's on his team.
Okay, with Devonator.
Yeah. I got caught off guard.
No, yeah, because last time it was Lunchbox, Ola, Kobe, and I want to say Sargoth.
Yeah, that's the team.
Yep.
Yeah. But, regardless, a really skilled team, and surprisingly a close match. I know Hydra is definitely a solid squad here.
Yeah, tell me a bit more Hydra. Slushy is absolutely familiar. I am not as familiar with these other guys unless they have different XBL gamer tags that maybe I've seen.
Slightly different, but pretty much I think you would recognize the name. But I personally don't know everything about them. I've just watched them a few times online and don't really know anything about their LAN experience.
Okay.
So if you were to say, I'd definitely say they're an online squad.
Okay.
And this is definitely something that could be huge if they can prove themselves to a team that's done well in the past.
Yeah. And I mean, it's 1 kill game, but right now you've seen Crazy. He's on what, 5 or 6 kill spree, and he has sniper, and he's gonna have it in location that I assume is the best. And why I love it on these ramps when you have a blue or red ramp, because you can get those easy shots down blue or red hall, and if someone does happen to come from below you, and I like that angle. I've never really done that much with snipe. You can look for that easy pick.
Yeah, right where he is, actually, if you, I like to get a kill from here before moving out, because it kind of gives you a little more freedom, a little more space to move around.
Yeah.
As you can see, he's kind of great teamwork, though.
Yeah.
It's in front of him to be able to snipe right through and get a nice kill.
Ooh, and he poked out just a little too quick. Just not anticipating getting picked off that fast. But he did a great job with that sniper there. I can't stress enough that he was in great positioning. Did about 3 or 4 body shots, and prior to that was on a 5 or 6 free without the sniper.
Yeah. True. I mean, there are times that I don't want to pick up the sniper just because I'm doing all right as it is, you know, and I don't like to mess up my flow. But that could have been the case, but regardless, he did well with the positioning.
Yeah, and that's I wouldn't even consider that the case, because he did a great job. Just because he didn't get the kills there, that doesn't matter at all. He got 3 or 4 body shots. They were all focused over there, and he's one of the reasons that they're up by 3 kills at this moment.
True.
And this is not a squad we messed with. I mean, Legendary, they've, like you said, taken 4th at the opener, 5th at Chicago.
No, they placed, I think they got
3rd in Chicago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4th opener, 3rd in Chicago, and you can see right here playing against Hydra. I'm just surprised by this, because this is one of the squads that I would assume would be just dominating here. But once again, these guys, they're coming out to a LAN event here at AGL and proving themselves that they aren't just online people. Like, I've played Slushy multiple times. I know that for a fact. I'm sure a bunch of those guys have played too. But Slushy definitely is a name I remember. And a lot of these top people, that especially online, you remember those names.
Yeah. Haven Slayer has been a game that really can go in either direction. I've seen definitely with some good teamwork like this, so I'm personally interested to see if the other games remain as close as this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's interesting with the game type selections we do have, because they do have some just different characteristics about them. Like Haven can definitely be, it can be played slow to a degree, and also be extremely hectic, pushing around and really no steps at times. Whereas when we get to game 2, the possibilities of, let's say, a drift CTF, which has to be very structured usually. Obviously, there can be different times where you're running counter caps and such, but this is definitely one of the ones where we've seen right now that seems a bit more hectic. It seems like there's not as much slowing down, and
I'm seeing a lot of red teams stuck on the bottom, you know, and I feel like that has to do with, I mean, that's kind of why this game is...
why they're down by 2. Like, they need to be in those good positioning. There's no reason to be down low in those situations, unless they're chasing down weak personality or getting like a sniper. There's no incentive to be down there.
Trying to get away or something like that, but regardless, I don't see that drop right there, but he's going to be able to get right back
down. He was trying to cut him off there, but you almost assume, like, why not just go push top up with your teammate?
And I know pretty much each player on Legendary, if they get caught on fire, they're definitely somebody you do not want to...
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we can't see the lethal screen right now, but he's always someone that can, at any moment, can start going off. Same as starting off in Devin. I mean, they have a whole squad of people that have proven themselves multiple times in tournaments.
Well, it's all tied up 43-43, and I have to say I did not expect it to be this close, but it is. And Devin has the sniper, and this is...
If he's able to get over to a side, like, I do not want him to stay here at top open, because this could be devastating. He needs to figure out what side their team's at, or what side his teammates can get to, and then push over there. Because if he can get over there, he can get easy snipe kills. Like, if he gets this pick, I would love to see him push over to the left side, get all the way over to red, and then... from there, snipe from street or halls.
I think he wants to get a kill and then be able to move, but it's really risky being...
And he never got out of there, so now this could be devastating if he ends up grabbing the snipe and pushing over, and they have control. So now they're down by 3. That was their turning point right there.
That really was.
They're down by 2. 3-point game once again, and at this point the sniper is... pretty much probably gone, probably despawned. Nope, actually Crazy does have it over on Blue Street, so this is not the position that Legendary wants to be in. Crazy's calling in some ordnance drops. They have a sniper on the street, and if Crazy just plays this correct and stays where he's at, he should get an easy pick sometime at the Mohawk.
I'm pretty sure Blue Team, and you can kind of see it now, is slowing down. They just want to set up around the sniper. And
they won't let him get a pick. Yep.
That's That's huge. If Devin was able to escape there and, you know, work around, they could be in the same spot and come back.
And I gotta give a good shout out to Brad. He's done a great job of switching over the screens to where the action's going on. Like, we wanted to see the sniper and we got to see it, so great screen work all week. Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh. And once again, like I said, just slow down, pick off these with snipe, and you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Now, don't get too overzealous. Do not push all the way over to Red Street. Yep. Don't feel bad just to push back. I think they just need to let their sniper do the work.
With only 1 kill remaining, it's going to be very difficult and to really come back here. If you're in legendary position, is there any? Oh, never mind.
Nope. Well, after the game ends, you need to erase it from memory. Now, you do want to go over and learn from your mistakes, but you don't learn from that mid-series. Like, you don't break down that game. You need to focus on the next one. You need to be like, all right, what's our next game type? What can we do different if we do play Haven again? Yeah. Otherwise, let's just focus on the next one. You have to be able to shake off losses, and then after the series, go on to the next one. So
now, I'm going to assume Hydra is the lower seed here. So what do you see them maybe vetoing on this?
They seem very confident with Haven. So my guess is they're going to veto something that they're very unfamiliar with, which is probably solid CTF.
Yeah.
Now, I could be wrong, and they could, you know, throw a complete curveball, do Haven extraction or a drift CTF, but we end up only hearing what ends up getting chosen, so we can only speculate what was the veto in the first place.
Sure.
But I was still baffled from the previous series when they did not veto Haven extraction. That's just a very amateur move in my opinion. That you should be able to learn from there. Like, you know what, we're outclassing Haven, or let's go to let's try a different map. We need to change of pace. So I expect that to kind of happen here, to be honest. Although you could see maybe some stubbornness from Legendary being like, all right, they vetoed this, I don't care, we're going to stick with Haven anyways.
Yeah, true.
So,
I mean, right now is a great time if you want to go ahead and tweet out the stream. At Arena Gaming _. Let us know who you guys think is going to win, because I have my mind on Legendary, but Hydra is proving something right here.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, after that first game, I still, they've just proved me wrong right there, because I assumed Legendary was going to probably 2-0. But I'm still going with Legendary because I always have some biased. I'm always a biased commentator. I was like, I want these people to kind of win. I know them a little bit better, so.
Yeah. I know.
So we'll see.
I know that maybe they haven't played in a long. Because some of these teams have been kind of sitting around ready to play. So
that's true.
That could have been a factor in this. But we'll see. We'll see.
Because we're just moving through a lot of these main stage ones. A lot of these guys don't have some of their pool plays till the rest of their pool plays till later, unless they're playing them on main stage here. And yeah, it's sometimes hard to go in cold. I know I'm one of those players that when I used to compete. All right, and so I'm caught off guard by this one, but it is going to be Haven extraction. And so tweet out the stream, tweet at me, at Wall54, and at Fizzer _, and we'll be back after a quick commercial break. Alright, we are back. We're going to be playing Haven Extraction, Legendary versus Hydra. I'm 0 for 2. We were talking about that during the break, how I was saying, like, oh yeah, for sure, the teams will not choose this. Now, in my defense, the first time I made that prediction, High Alert got dominated game 1. Yeah. So this one is a bit different. The fact that it was only a 5-kill game, and so many teams and players are comfortable with Haven, but at the same time, I probably would have conceded and been like, you know what, let's not do Haven. Let's do our next comfortable. Let's do a drift or solace.
I feel like Legendary wasn't happy with that. You know, they want to bounce back and prove on it.
Probably. That's probably it's more like an ego thing too. Just saying like, you know what, we lost that. Let's just prove that we're better still in Haven. Doesn't matter. Like they're probably just gonna bounce back. So we'll see what happens.
Who's gonna hop on board first with?
I want to see what Kobe's doing. Can we jump on with Kobe? And here we are with Kobe off the start. Now I want to see what they do as far as acquiring the sniper at the very beginning.
Sure.
And look at Crazy, I think it was.
Just right
one
in there.
shot, yes, just diving for it.
Yeah.
And this is a smart play. So smart. He knows that the guy was bomb open. He gets the arm. 3 dead. And if Sargas, Sargas can go acquire the sniper now. And
this is deadly.
Yes, that was a huge play by Kobe. He going first, intending to get the sniper, realizing that the person fell down and his teammates got 2 other kills. So he was like, what? Might as well go for this arm. And even though he dies, he gets the arm.
He got it well. It was 1 shot 2, which is incredible. And that's a 3-second plant, you know?
Yes. He got it just perfectly timed. So that's a great play. And that's what they need to start off this game. And people are starting to get a little loud over there. I heard Sargas.
Let's try and jump on board with Sargas.
Yes,
he's got the sniper right now.
He's got the blame drain and
this is what we were talking about in the SQ series of that positioning of being able to lock down. There's only a few seconds left. He's got both power weapons. Oh, whoa! I didn't even know where that came from.
That was completely off guard. So now I want to say that Hydra has definitely had to be an advantage for this hill.
He's got
for this extraction point.
And now, if this were me personally, I'd like to utilize that bridge, a little safer positioning, but
I would back up a bit more. I mean, he's right in the mix of things with these weapons, and
he's able to do it though.
I need to just start predicting, like, anything I say is wrong, it seems like today, man. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is not going to work out well for him. Or, dude, if I was actually a betting man today, I'm like, I bet they're not going to choose this map, I would be wrong. So, it's a good thing I'm not making real bets. So.
He's got 1 railgun shot left. He's going to maybe lift the top mid and try to put it to use. I like this play.
I do like that play too. He wants to get in better positioning, and he can drop when he needs to. Yes.
Solid. And now this jump up too. I don't know if you use it, but it's definitely a quick, easy way to get up. And that's really vital.
And it's game changer. I mean, a lot of these jumps, that one specifically, is so easy once you've tried it once. Like, there's certain jumps out there that they feel difficult at first, but once you're able to hit it one time, you can nail it every time after that. So don't give up and just learn to where the exact ledges are.
I like this angling by Goose. He's able to pick up just enough shots to really make a kill easy, and that's huge. But talking about the jumps, one that you really see a lot is jumping onto those wings. And that's a game changer for sure. I've fallen off it many times.
It seems like Haven seems to be the one map that is most influential by different jumps because it can change your positioning so drastically. Or you can catch off someone off guard and get that first shot or two before they notice where you're coming from.
Yeah. Now, Goose was able to notice that they were going to be shifting over to the new extraction, but he wasn't able to do anything about that 2-person push who I think it was Kobe and Lethal were able to lock that down. And now they have the extraction, but and they're able to stop the convert, so this is in Legendary's favor.
Yes, and if you could see Legendary screen, they're doing a good job. Like, he just dropped down, Devin did got double kill right above it. And now Crazy's doing the right play by getting top center and getting an angle above there. Even though Devin just making him work for that kill, and that's so frustrating for Crazy.
That's what you want to do. You need to make the other team really work for that kill, just to pull them out and allow your teammates to help you with best. And he was able to stay alive and get another kill. That's excellent.
Now, I know what some people at home are thinking, like, oh, wow, they're lucky he didn't have a grenade.
Yeah.
Either way, that's a tough position to grenade. But on top of that, too, even if he does grenade you, you are making him waste a grenade. That's what some people don't seem to realize, that every small advantage ends up being a big victory in the end, because you know he's not gonna grenade for later, get your team, or those times he doesn't have a grenade, you're gonna live, and it's gonna be so frustrating for them. You could tell how bad Crazy just wanted to jump down there and get that finish somehow, and he couldn't.
Even you know, those 2 extra seconds he's got to worry about. Devin could be game changing as well.
Yes, so. Like he can get shot from his teammate from there. So it's all those small little victories. Find more time where your teammates can take advantage of the situation, making them lose more ammo or grenades, or even losing his position, making him leave that wing to come down to finish him off.
We see Hydra with an extract on here with only 10 seconds left. It looks like they're going to be able to get this one, and that's going to put them right back in this game with a solid 2-2 tied up.
Yes, and both teams seem to be doing a great job of setting up for the next extraction point and getting that immediately.
Yeah,
so the one thing that both teams are struggling with, however, is doing a great push and actually getting a conversion.
Yeah,
it seems to be whoever gets it first is actually getting the point.
And that's pretty much how this game type is when on a high level. It's very difficult to break that setup and do it with those 5 seconds to change and 3 second plant, you know. But as you can see, both teams down low being very hesitant, and because they know that if they get these kills down here, they can pretty much get in and get a plant.
Yes. And they have to realize too, as soon as they get those numbers though, they can get that 3 second arm, or else, you know, go 1 for 1 and go for it. So we'll have to see.
I want to see if anyone's in a really good position to kind of watch over this. I know we see Crazy down here on the bottom, but no.
Yeah, Crazy just needs to be find some time, yes, because if he ends up getting killed right there, they could have possibly got a quick arm because his teammates were going up top and getting a flank.
Yep. If I were in his position, he played it pretty well. All he's got to do is just kind of make them worry about him, and he didn't necessarily have to get the kill, but he has to just stay alive as long as he can.
And once great arm.
Yeah. This
great arm by Sargoth.
Huge advantage for Legendary.
Yes, now Legendary can relax. They don't have to be all concentrated near bottom close. They can spread out. And what happens now is Hydra is going to have to hunt out and get those different angles. They're going to have to get shots on, you know, watch the bridge, or more importantly, like top close. That way they can get those kills first and then hopefully get a conversion.
Yeah.
And time's against them right now, because if they don't get it soon, they should just have to give it up and get ready for C, because if they don't, you could almost guarantee that Legendary is going to get ready for C, seeing how they can spread out so much, and Sargoth has the sniper watching this extraction point.
I was just about to say, I know we switched to Kobe real quick, but I do want to see what Sargoth's doing. He's in, again, a great position to really just stop this, and that's what he's got to do. He's really aware that somebody's going to be pushing from top mid.
Yep.
Wasn't able to get the kill, but he does hit a body shot, and that might just be enough.
And a drastic mistake by Hydra. They tried to, like, desperate B, or weren't fully set up for it, and what happens? They're going to lose another extraction point because of that.
Devin punching that kid right in the face. He says, stay back. They're able to get this plant. With 30 seconds left on this one, he's slowly working his way to be in a better position, and I kind of like this. You know, he doesn't have too much help from his team, but has to just stay alive.
Dude, Legendary is now getting pumped up. You hear them getting kills, yelling out, oh my god, or in the face, and that's one of the things that you can tell. They're getting a bit more confident. Maybe they call it the beginning of the match, not expecting these guys to show up in the match, because, like I said, even with me, like I knew Slushy from Hydra, and just because the name's recognizable doesn't mean they're going to be a huge threat, but that is a good indication that there's someone that should be reckoned with, taken seriously.
Yep. And it looks like Legendary's kind of getting in the swing of things. They're kind of just spawning at the right times, able to stop some things, and Devin was not able to get the convert here, so this very well is right back in it, you know, if they were able to get this.
Yeah, and that was actually very great play on their part, almost like professional level play, by realizing, you know what, we're not going to get C, and if we lose A, we're going to lose the game, so we need to wise up, just set up for A, and bring it to a 1-point game, hopefully. And that's what they did, is they set up for A, they gave up C, because they had no choice, and they realized, all right, we can turn it up in these next 2 points, get A and B, and bring it back to the final C.
Looks as if blue team's going down with 10 seconds left, and Legendary's on the convert. They're able to get it.
That is huge. Oh, they did not expect it to go. Yep.
And they're not able to grab it, so this is pretty much going to put the game again in Legendary's favor. They've got to just...
Yeah, I thought that was a guaranteed A. Like, they only had, what, 10 seconds less?
It's so important to try and buy out as much time when you're on the armed.
Yeah, and when you're on A or C, you really do have to have somebody that's watching that permanently at the anchor. That way, your other team can set for that, but you need to have someone that's like, all right, I for sure can get the stop on this. They're not going to kill me and get the stop.
Hydra was able to convert it back, though, so they're, again, right back in it. There is 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so they can't take too much time off of this if they want to be able to get the next 3 extractions, really, to win. So,
nice. So let's see. This one's gone back and forth a few times. This is the first time we've really seen on one of these extraction points that either side has actually stopped a good push, gotten the kills, and converted it, and had that happen repeatedly. For the most part, this game has been a game of, all right, we armed it first, we have to get in the point, and then whoever arms it first in the next spot. So you can tell both these teams are playing so much better and actually making some small careless mistakes that allow conversions too. So it's good and bad plays on both sides.
two players from Legendary were up top trying to get the extraction. They were unable to, so that's really going to bring Hydra back into this game. They're only down 1 extraction point, and B is arguably one of the most difficult to grab.
Yep, and Kobe, very smart player right there, realizing, all right, I could go for a desperate grab on B, but instead, I'm just going to go try to get a kill and try to secure the, for someone else to disarm it, or to arm it, actually.
Doing a great job keeping Exile back there.
Let's go for that 3-second arm.
Ooh, unable to get it.
So close to, and one thing you can tell, he's holding down his back button. This is such a high-level play. Anytime I'm dead, I do the same thing. I intermittently press the back button, let my teammates know, you know what, it's a 2-on-2 right now. Actually, one of them just spawned. You guys are outnumbered. And I continually give them updates on the situation because even while you're dead, you can still do a lot to help your teammates out.
A death cam is actually really huge. Good awareness on, you know, maybe something that the other teammates can't see. And almost more importantly, staying on your own death cam is really good.
I agree. That was a mistake I saw during that death time. Now, this is actually a good time. Kobe's actually standing on his real death screen, was moving it around, and letting his teammates know where they're at. And some people don't realize, on the other hand, it's also just as important to tell your teammates know where they're not at. So even if I don't see someone on my death screen, I can be like, you know what, they're still not bottom red. You know you're safe from that location.
Yeah. Right on. Walshy giving you the facts here.
Yes, that's right.
AGL 5.
So the best tweet I received so far was someone like, is raining cold hard facts from Walshy today out in Nashville.
Even though the weather is beautiful, man, I've not had this in New Jersey.
And still, no one has been able to secure B yet. Both teams realize how important this one is. They have to. It's been taking this long, so they might as well get the kills and make sure they secure it properly. Because no one wants to desperate at this point. It's not like it's the beginning of the hill. Right when the extraction point moves.
Yeah.
That's the time we can just spawn it right away and try to sneak one in, but if it's been there for a while, there's no way you're just going to randomly sneak it by somebody. People have been watching at this point.
If you go for it, and if it's after it's been up for a little while, you do try and desperate, you can pretty much be throwing it away.
Yeah, you could end up getting another team their door opening. Like, you basically open the door for them to have a great opportunity to actually get another kill and then finally arm it.
Well, this is definitely the advantage of Legendary right now. They have 10 seconds remaining. They basically just have to stay alive and stay in some good positions and really bait it out. The pressure is really on for Hydra at this point.
Yeah, and I also want to say, this game's over right now. Kudos to Legendary for proving me wrong by straight up saying, you know what, we are better than them in Haven. You know, that first game was a fluke, and we're gonna destroy them in Haven Extraction.
I've seen some really big upsets on Haven Slayer, and I don't know what it is. That's just what I've been noticing. So.
So one thing to keep in mind is we're going to Game 3 right here, and with the veto system how it is, like I said, right now we're going to play the game that that Hydra feels more comfortable with, since they have the lower seed. So we're going to know right now that if Hydra is more comfortable with Abandoned Team Slayer or Solace Team Slayer. So. We're gonna find out here in just 1 second what we're gonna be playing at, but in the meantime, we'll check out these stats. Looks like Pred going plus
even.
Yeah, Pred going even. Kobe going +2. Sargoth looked like it was even, and Lethal going -2.
Cool. You know, that game is really close all around, and proving it in the stats. You know, you don't have one person who's just completely going off. So that means that everyone was doing just a little bit of work to really push for that win.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And one thing I just want to point out again, a couple of those times that Kobe got that great arm, top A, the very first one, that was huge. Sargoth had an incredible one at B, and yeah, it's just both these teams knowing kind of their windows of opportunity, because I know it's so tough, especially on the B site, to know when you're safe to, because you realize that, all right, if I get this arm, it's going to be game changer. We're probably going to get this point. And if I don't, this could be devastating. This is going to open the door for them to arm it.
I know when you're sitting on that B point, punching in the numbers on the extraction.
Oh, yeah, man.
Faith in your team right there.
Dude, I'm not religious, but I'll pray during that time. Like, come on, just this once, man. Let me arm it.
Yeah. Well, while we wait for the next game, make sure you guys are tweeting at Arena Gaming, and you can tweet at Walshy304 and Fizzor_. Let us know who you think's going to take this. It's tied up 1-1 with only one game left.
Yeah, and we're going to find out here any second now if it's going to be Abandon or a Solace Slice. So I personally expect to see Abandon, just because I think that both these teams have played that more, and I don't think people have played Solace Slice as much. But at the same time, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Solid Slice for the fact that they might just be like, all right, look at, we kind of lost that Haven extraction. This team's good. Maybe we can catch them off guard with Solace, because that one's going to be kind of more of the curveball game type.
Sure. We'll see. What's these predictions?
All right, so we just got word that's going to be Solid Slayer, and we're going to be going to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with final game 3.
AGL 5 Nashville is proudly brought to you by Halo 4 and 343 Industries, Bonafide Boarding Clothing Company, Astro Video Gaming Equipment, Monster Energy, Girlfriend Records, and Chaos Theory.
Alright, so we are starting up with Game 3, Legendary versus Hydra. One thing I wanted to tell everyone to quick do is go to Twitter. Halo Waypoint just tweeted out the stream. I'd love to get a bunch of retweets on that and just see if we can let them know that a lot of people are watching the tournament, and also tell your friends about it. So please check that out. But Game 3 right here, Solid Slice, Legendary versus Hydra. So right at the bat, I want to see who's they snagged that OS. Now, one thing I'm uncertain about this OS is it feels like it'd be much more powerful in CTF, and I think a lot of people, they're gonna grab it, but they're just gonna get melted pretty damn fast. I mean, it is a more powerful OS, but you are so vulnerable out in the top center position.
Definitely very difficult to get away with that OS being right there, but again, if you're weak, you still have all the time for your shields to go up before anyone can really touch you, so being able to get over to one of these side towers is going to be huge.
Yeah.
So we're on board with Crazy right now, and when he respawns, we'll be able, oh, it's actually, they are still goosed. This could, you know.
Oh, I thought I was going 50-0, but you jinxed it. You jinxed it.
But they bounced right back, and someone got my kill now.
But yeah, so I want to see. We're on with Crazy now, and I've actually had a couple tweets at me, someone saying get Goose some more airtime. I'd love to jump on with him because I got a couple tweets from some people on Twitter saying that. So if Brad could jump on with Goose, and let's see what he can do to turn this game around. Team's only down by 1 kill.
Yeah, I haven't personally played much of this. This is not the original Solus, so this is Solus Slice.
And Kobe! Fours Goose, right on stream. But I still want to stay on Goose. Like, let's give him another opportunity. That was he did have the advantage by shooting him first, but it was an odd angle. But I still think he should have won that. And he's being real sneaky right here. I kind of like this play.
Yeah.
I don't know if he should go for the back smack at all, though. See, now you always have to figure out that balance.
Yeah.
Now, I think it's good to get a little bit closer, but there's no reason not to just do a nade lead and finish him off.
Yeah, true.
Especially after you saw that second person that was behind him that had an opportunity of seeing you. So, back smacks are nice at times, but if you can get a kill with taking no damage, that's just as good, man.
Really?
And Goose just getting a little frustrated, getting bad positioning, trying to help his teammates.
He knew that. It looked like he knew that OS was coming up, but there wasn't too much he could do about it. He got melted the second he jumped up there.
So I guess it wasn't as bad position since he was probably preparing for the OS. That's bad call on my part, but getting this kill here and see if he can help Fish over at web side, which looks like his teammate already got it.
Yeah. He's been playing really sneaky. I don't know if it's based on the spawns that he's getting, and you know we saw in that last one he just watched 2 people from Legendary walk right by. But
yeah, I mean maybe that's a solid play, and unfortunately he just gets caught off guard. Not caught off guard, but gets caught by 2 people trying to force things. So it looks like he's trying to force action and fights and flanks rather than letting things come to him.
True.
And one thing I've always learned about Halo is it's not always about the flashy, sick plays that you can make. It's about capitalizing and more so allowing other people to make mistakes.
Yeah, true. You know, he really needs to get. I like this play right here, by the way.
That was good.
Yeah. He really needs to kind of either get into a power position or just be able to run with a teammate. It seems like he's getting caught by himself.
Yeah, and it's good that in one way that he's listening to his teammates call out, trying to help him face those off, but you can't be Rambo, you can't do everything by yourself, and flanking, although it is a very important part of the game, and although people do tend to gravitate towards that, certain players do, it also is a very positional thing. You have to be in position to flank, and at the same time, you always have to be in the position to distract, so one of your other teammates can flank. It's not just a one person does this sort of job the entire game.
Yeah, definitely.
So
still on board with
we're gonna stay with him until he dies one more time, or if he starts getting free, we'll stay with him. But I wanna, after Goose dies next, I would love to jump on with Sargoth.
Yeah, I know this map is kind of confusing me even too, because like where he is right now looks like the bottom of the map area. You know what I mean? It's kind of a little difficult to know where to hold and how to move around this.
I'm concerned, or I guess questioning how a lot of people will do the call-ups on these now, because now that it's sliced like this, you have a lot more relevant areas or different boxes that people will tend to hide around, like this one that you see on the screen right now. Someone hiding around that little that wall. I don't know what to call. All I just know is I was competing, I was coming with a new call-up for that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I remember watching your stream way back, and you were playing on the side, and there was some doubles, and you guys literally came up with call-outs for everything.
Yeah, and that's so important. Having concise call-outs, because I love to have the idea of someone can call something out and it just registers, and I can envision that in my head exactly where they're running or what they're doing. When it comes to people trying to be a little bit more generic, like, oh, kind of right side of blue or left side of this, like, ends up not being very clear and doesn't register as fast.
It doesn't allow your teammates to make the smartest position, like plays that they maybe can.
I take that same kind of military approach where they really do it from standpoint where less syllables, that way calls can come out faster and more clear and everything's that. So I take it very serious when it comes to call outs when I would make them. Although some of my calls would not be very serious, like ones we'd have like nerd spot and stuff like that. We
still works.
Nerd is still one syllable, so it works in my book.
Legendary up.
Alright, looks like we're gonna go with the Astro listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna just go with the Astro listening right here for that end of this game.
Okay. Yeah, we need to get this. Slow it down. We can come back. Slow it down. Slow it down. Top yellow. Top yellow. Bottom yellow. So I got bottom yellow. Top mid. Pushing me. Pushing me. Top mid, guys. Top mid. Overshield's gonna be up. Over's up. Overshield. Top mid right now. Sorgon. He's gonna grab it. Shit. He's going for it. Devin's weak over at green. Pushing your fifth weak. Devin's on you.
They got Obi top green, guys.
He's weak. Devin's weak, pushing you.
Red green.
I ran around.
Fucking god.
One shot. There you go.
One dead.
Stay alive.
There's a guy. One
Stay alive. Stay alive here. Hold on.
Bottom yellow.
Back up.
Win. Ordnance ready.
They're about to push it. And they're actually about to push Chris. One's top middle right now, lethal. Lethal's dead.
Game over. Victory.
We
still have their voice in our head.
Alright, we are back, and it looks like we have Legendary winning 50-37. I'm glad that they were able to pull back together. Looks like it wasn't even so much as them playing as great. I mean, we actually did see some sick LPRs, like with Kobe. First off, Kobe going +7, most positive in the game.
10 assists too.
Yes, and yeah, the all-around great plays. Like we saw that sick LBR when he was over at the Legendary Red side, and just seems like they were doing some great plays that way, but also just not making many mistakes. Seems like there was a lot of mistakes coming from Hydra. Some very failed flanks, trying to flank around and just force things to happen. And sometimes it's not a good thing to force action. Sometimes you want to see if, all right, we can play patient, play our game, let them walk into our double teams, or base it around the power-ups, which is obviously overshield coming up every couple minutes.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can't be afraid to kind of face the opponent head on, and it looked like they were just trying to flank all the time. It doesn't kind of defeats the purpose of the flank.
Yeah, one of the reasons the flanks even work is when they're distracted and you need another angle, because a lot of times, generally, if you are flanking, you are in a worse position. You're doing something that's somewhat unexpected or coming from a long ways away, so they just seem to not have anyone really laying down shots and being in solid positioning. So
yeah, I think 2 updates that we have too is about Warriors and Ambush, and I know that they both won their pools.
Okay.
So
Warriors and Ambush both won their pools, going 6-0 for both of the pools. Good for them. And we'll have to see how Status Quo plays out the rest of theirs. We'll keep you updated on Legendary and everyone else. But yeah, we're gonna find out what match is coming up next. But we have Reality Check versus Legendary. So Legendary is going to be staying up there, and this is going to be a great match. I wouldn't be able